Welcome to Health and Self. My name is Ashley Thayer, and this week I'm excited because today I have my oldest daughter, Jordan, on the scene with me. Jordan, you want to tell everybody what we're going to make today? Do you remember?
I know we're making something with pickled onions.
Yes, so we are actually going to make pickled onions. All right, really, Ashley, just pickled onions? No, but we're going to top them on a salad. So on a recent trip to Disney World, at one of our dinners, we had this salad, and it was covered with pickled onions. Something you think kids normally don't like. Well, then we turn around and we start looking, and Jordan instantly is eating all of the pickled onions off of the salad. Did she eat the greens? Yeah, I'm sure she did, but she really, you ate all the onions on top. So I found a recipe, and I put a little Health and Self spin on it, and we're actually going to make that today and top it on top of a salad. So just to show you how to upgrade your salad. And then I thought maybe we would do a little dessert. How does that sound? Mm-hmm. So we're going to do some grilled pineapple, but Jordan, I thought maybe, do you remember my homemade granola that I used to make all the time when you and Mia were little itty bitties?
Yeah.
So we're going to make homemade granola. Yay! Okay, so it's super fast. It's stovetop granola, but let me show you what you need for the pickled onions, and we'll get started on that because they actually need 2 days, 2 to 3 days to sit in the fridge. You will need 1 red onion. Easy peasy, 1 red onion. Small to medium size, it doesn't matter. Depends on how big your mason jars are. About a cup of water, about 1/3 to 1/2 of a cup of red wine vinegar. I do have 2 tablespoons of agave nectar, and then about a teaspoon of salt. So that's what we're going to need to kind of make our vinegar, our pickling liquid. So I'm just going to quickly whisk these up. And then for the salad, Jordan, we got to actually make a vegetable packed salad. I do have, from dinner earlier this week, I have some leftover chicken skewers that we made on the grill. So we're just going to cut those off. We're going to add a little tomato, a little cucumber. Do you want to cut up the cucumber for me? Mm-hmm. And then, of course, some feta cheese. What I think our Health and Self friends don't know is that you also like feta cheese. So, oh, you need a knife too. That helps, huh? Say, damn, Mom. Small knife, preferably? Okay. Yeah. There's your cucumber. All right, start making slices however big or however small you'd like. For our pickling liquid, you're just going to add, easy peasy, your vinegar, your teaspoon of salt. Get in there. And then your tablespoon of agave. And then let me get a little baby whisk, and we're going to whisk that up. A baby whisk. All right. Okay. Give that a quick whisk. And then I'm actually going to let this sit, so that way the salt starts to dissolve in our pickling liquid while I chop up my red onion. All right. Set that over to the side. For your red onion, you can use a mandolin. I did not bring one. However, mandolins are nice if you're not very comfortable with knives because you can kind of make thin slices very easily. But I'm just going to slice this up. How's that sound? Good? Oh, you've done your cucumber already. Do you want to pull our chicken off of the skewers and just kind of give it a rough kind of dice?
Sure.
All right. Peel, peel, peel the onion. Peel, peel the onion. Jordan, let's tell everybody, what have you been up to? So school's almost done. Mm-hmm. How has your freshman year been at Ursuline?
I really enjoy it. Like, it's really fun.
Good. Now, you had an amazing swim team. Watch out, my dear, I'm going to throw this away. Swim team season this winter with them, didn't you? Mm-hmm. That was really cool. It was the first time Jordan actually got the opportunity to participate in a team sport, essentially, a school's kind of sponsored team sport. We've always done club sports. You know, the girls are swimmers, gymnasts, runners, actors, piano players, all of it. But this was the first time Jordan actually participated in a school team sport. So how was that? What was that like?
It was really nice because like everyone had like such a nice bond together. So
That's good. I mean, I think there's definitely a different energy when you're working together as a team, not just for kind of like individual times, especially in an individual sport like swimming. It's kind of nice that everybody's working for the common good of the Earth and Gold. You guys had an undefeated season too, so that's pretty cool. Now, Jordan, in like, what, like a week, 2 weeks, summer swim starts, right? So then our days of relaxing swim practice changes, huh?
not really. I mean, summer swim's kind of, it's not like as competitive as like normal club swim is, so.
So I have 2 small mason jars because this is just what I had in my collection. I'm going to take my whole red onion. You see I've sliced it pretty thinly. And I'm going to break apart my little rings and just stuff it into my jars. If you have 1 big mason jar, it works perfectly fine. But like I said, I have 2 small ones. Now, when you make any kind of pickled vegetables, when you make your pickling liquid and you pour it over, you have to seal them tight and store them in the fridge for about up to, I say 2 to 3 days. It's important because that's how the vegetables actually start to pickle and how they absorb all of the yummy liquid. But because of the magic of television, and this is a 30-minute episode, we don't have 2 days. But I did make some ahead of time. Ooh, the onions are now starting to get to me. Don't cry. Don't cry. Okay, quick stir again of my pickling liquid, and then I'm just going to pour it in evenly over top of each mason jar, making a mess, of course. Cooking isn't fun unless you make a mess. And then just smush it down. And then you're just going to seal these tight. And then you're going to pop them in the fridge. Now, after your 2 days of pickling, 2 to 3 days of pickling, these will keep in your refrigerator. Give them a little shake too. They'll keep for about 2 to 3 weeks, so you don't have to eat all of them at once. Now, Jordan, behind me is a bowl of field greens because I know you enjoy field greens. You can grab that out. All right. I'm going to grab the 2 that I already made at home 2 days ago. So you can see, there they are. You can see the onions have absorbed our yummy pickling liquid. All right, so your bowl of field greens, why don't you bring it on over here? And then let's bring over the stuff you chopped up. Bring over your cucumber, your chicken, your feta. I'm gonna throw in these grape tomatoes as well. Now, the cool thing about this salad that we had in Disney World, go ahead and dump your cucumbers in. I'm gonna sprinkle our feta cheese in. And then our grilled chicken. Leftover grilled chicken makes it easy by making a couple extra batches of when you have chicken, when you have fish, when you have burgers on the grill. Save a little bit so that way you can eat them for lunch the next day. All right, so open up one of these fun jars. Can you get me out a big fork, please? Oh, look at that. Can you see how pink they are? They are truly like pink onions. How fun. Good deal. All right, so we're just gonna take these and kind of sprinkle them on. Let even the pickling juice get on the salad, because remember it's vinegar, and I'm gonna drizzle just a little bit of olive oil on the greens as well, because you don't need a whole lot with such flavorful vegetables like the pickled onions. You don't need extra salad dressing. You could if you wanted to. Now, usually I tell you to measure this out, but we're just gonna do a quick little drizzle. So I have my finger over top of the nozzle so that we don't get too much olive oil. All right. Now, in the drawer behind you, Jordan, underneath of the oven are tongs. Will you grab out a pair of tongs, please? Take your pick. You can choose red or gray or black, your choice. All right. Quick toss. Do you want extra pickles?
Yes, please.
I should have known. I should have known. All right. Mix this up. Easy peasy. You know what your dad said after season 1?
What?
Do you remember Miss Erica and I made a red, white, and blue salad?
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Don't make any more salads." Do you know why he said that?
He doesn't like to eat salads.
I mean, like,
He does, but like,
but yeah, he's our meat and potatoes guy, and it's okay. All right, so let's throw some greens on the plate. Do you want to get us out some forks as well? Okay. Look, like we're eating within like the first 10 minutes of the episode. This is fantastic. All right, now I don't know if I got you any chicken on yours. Let's see. Get you a piece of the chicken. As an athlete, you definitely want to make sure that you're always eating protein and vegetables. If you're feeding athletes and fueling athletes, you want to make sure that that they get all of the nutrients. All right, so there's some extra pickled onions for you.
thank you.
And I'll even put a couple on mine just because you like this so much. I'll be honest. As a kid, I wouldn't have touched onions with a 10-foot pole. I actually used to say I was allergic to them. But now, I actually really enjoy them. Not as much as Jordan, but I do enjoy them. All right, there you go, my dear. All right, little fork. Get a little salad, get a little onion. Are they everything you remember and more? Mm-hmm. They are delicious. The red onion traditionally has like a pepperier flavor, but having it sit in that vinegar-based pickling liquid really kind of changes the flavor. Almost brings out the sweetness in them. Good choice. I see why you ate the entire, let me tell you something. They even brought her out an extra bowl of the pickled onions when we were eating those salads at dinner. I lied to you not. So there we go. Now we've got some at home. Fantastic. All right, let's get on to dessert because this is healthy and this is fun, but I really want to make my homemade granola because that's perfect for breakfast, for lunch, for dessert, anything and everything. You can keep eating. I'm dropping salad. So what we need for our homemade granola. I do have a grill, my little griddle, heating up for our grilled pineapples. Put those back there, out of the way. Okay. This is heating up. Be careful, don't touch it, Jordan. I'm gonna turn this on medium. Now for my homemade granola. On, please. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Over medium heat, I am actually going to put a teaspoon of olive oil in my pan because I'm actually going to toast my oats first. Now, about a teaspoon. You don't need a whole lot. The oats will actually toast up well on their own. Okay. Now, I do have a protein-based oat. The whole idea is you can kind of see the oats, but then there are little balls of protein in the oats because it just helps to add to the nutritional value and helps your body to actually absorb the nutrients from the oats with the protein. So we're gonna let this heat up and I'm just gonna go ahead, toss these in. We're gonna let them get toasty. If you like to add sliced almonds to your granola, we do not because Zoe's not allergic to nuts, but just about everyone in our family is allergic to tree nuts. We were actually having this discussion before we started the show. So I don't add nuts to my granola, but if you wanted to, I would add them in now so they get kind of toasty. It utilizes the oils from the nuts, the natural oils, to help toast your oats. But because we don't eat nuts, well, I eat nuts, they don't. We're not gonna add them to our granola. So it's pretty easy. We're just gonna let this start to toast. I do need my bowl for those because once they're toasted, I gotta put them back in the bowl and we're gonna start to actually make the glue that holds your granola together. You will need, for the glue, this is for a little bit later, tuck that off to the side. You will need about a half a cup of brown sugar. You will need about 2 tablespoons of butter. Yes, butter. This is grass-fed butter, but you can use any butter. And then 2 tablespoons of honey. That's what will give it kind of like that yummy earthy flavor. I like to do this so in place of having pie or cobbler, sometimes kind of doing a little grilled fruit and granola kind of gives you the idea of pie and cobbler, but without the additional sweetness and sugar. All right, so our oats are starting to toast. Just keep moving them around. You don't want a single one to burn. Burnt oats does not taste good. All right, our griddle is nice and hot, so I'm actually just gonna start to just put on the pineapple. You could add a little bit of honey or sugar or anything to the pineapple if you'd like, but pineapple is sweet enough on its own, and you know, with it being summer or heading into summer, it's the perfect time to get pineapple. It's in season, it's fresh, it's yummy, and you can just get it already cut up in the store, or you can buy a whole pineapple and cut it up yourself. Some over here too. Spread it out. You hear it sizzling? It's gonna smell so good. So good in here. Now, I made a version of this with Chef Dana on one of his episodes, but what we did was he actually made a ginger whipped cream. Yeah, it was really yummy. But what we're gonna make is we're gonna make a little yogurt drizzle to go on top. All right, our oats are pretty toasty. Do you see how the color has changed in the oats? So they originally were like a kind of like opaque cream color. Now they're getting, you know, a lighter brown, getting a little toasty. All right, so that's about enough. I'm gonna go ahead and put these back in the bowl that I had them in and just sit it off to the side. So that way we can make our glue. It's not really glue, but it's that yummy kind of caramel mixture that holds your granola together. All right. You could also add, if you like, dried fruit to your granola, like cranberries or craisins. All right, so in our skillet, you're going to add your butter. Just let that start to melt. Up the heat just a little bit, but you really want to watch this because we're going to add honey and brown sugar. You do not want this to burn. You do not want brown buttered granola either.
Brown butter does not taste good.
Well, so sometimes it does, but it's a fine tipping point of when you're cooking butter to where it goes from melt to brown and then it's burnt. So it's like a millisecond difference. So it's like to catch it. So I'm always amazed at professional chefs who can make like a brown butter sauce because they know that perfect point to do that. The other thing too, you know, Jordan, we can make this with, you know, we're heading into peach season. Did you know that the peach blossom is Delaware's state fruit?
I think I knew that.
I might have told you that. Just in case you go on Jeopardy. It's not Georgia. No, we are actually the peach state.
You know what's Georgia's?
We live in Delaware. I don't know. That would be a question for somebody who lives in Georgia. Even though they have like Peachtree Avenue, Peachtree Lane, Peachtree Street, Peachtree blah, 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 blah,
You would
blah, blah.
think.
Well, you grab another pair of tongs and you can kind of start to check your pineapple, and then you may need to kind of flip them around. Okay, so our butter is nice and melted. I'm going to go ahead and add in my 1/3 cup of brown sugar, and we're going to just start to kind of mix this in. And then we're going to add in our honey, our 2 tablespoons of honey. Now, this is really important. Drop your heat. This will really start to combine and mix up really fast. And again, you do not want it to burn. So this is called Stovetop Granola. I mean, it's super easy. Uh-oh, run away. You can make this, and then if you have extra mason jars, just kind of pop it in a mason jar or in a Tupperware container, and then you keep it and you have it for the week to top on top of your yogurt in the morning to have as a dessert. You could put it even over top of ice cream. That would be yummy too. Okay, so you can see this is starting to melt. It's starting to turn into a yummy caramel kind of consistency. I'm gonna keep kind of just quickly stirring it. because I want to get all of those grains of brown sugar melted. Did you just eat a piece of pineapple?
Off here.
You're like Zoe. You know when Zoe was on last season? Zoe just ate the entire episode. She was parked right here, and every time I turn around, like, more strawberries were gone, more peaches were gone.
Well, I like food.
You do, and you like fruit. I mean, it's really important that you make sure your kids kind of get to taste different fruits, different vegetables. Okay, so I'm turning my heat down to very low because our sauce is combined, and now I'm going to add in my oats. This is where also you would add in if you had the nuts mixed in, you would also add in your dried fruit because you want it all to combine. And then we're just going to kind of toss this around until every piece is kind of nicely coated. How's your pineapple doing over there? You getting some grill marks?
Mm-hmm. Kind of hard to flip though.
Why don't you use your other hand? Are you right-handed or left-handed?
Right-handed.
Oh. Don't be afraid. You can come close to me. I won't bite you. I promise.
I'm more scared of burning myself.
Are you really? So
Yeah.
Jordan is, I mean, she's the oldest in the Thayer girl line, but she's actually my one that I can say, hey, Jordan, will you make lunch for your sisters? Mommy has to go on QVC. And she's in there, and you will grill up grilled cheese. You'll make mac and cheese. But you're doing great. Okay, see? Stovetop granola, done. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to turn off my burner, and I'm just going to pull this off and let this start to cool, because that's when you can really kind of crumple it up and make it into, like your granola topping, which is really nice. So I'm going to pull this off over here off to the side. All right, clean up my dishes. You have dishes to do when you're out of here, you know that? She's like, this is not the way I wanted to come spend this day out of school. All right, because traditionally, like with a cobbler or like a grilled peach something or grilled pineapple, you want a little a la mode, which is usually ice cream. But we're gonna do it with Greek yogurt. I have plain Greek yogurt here. The idea behind plain Greek yogurt is it's no fat, lower in calorie, as well as it contains a lot of protein. I have it's about a half a cup of Greek yogurt. I'm just gonna drizzle it with a little bit of agave syrup. About a teaspoon worth. And I'm just going to stir that. Let me up your heat a little bit. We don't want them charred either. We just want them. Let me grab a spoon out of here for you. There we go. But Greek yogurt is a great protein source for you. So now we're taking our yummy dessert, and yes, Ashley's making it healthy. I know. Well, the show's called Health and Self. I'm sorry. All right, so you can see, just easy peasy. You could add flavoring to this if you wanted to. You could squeeze in a little orange. I know I've shared that with you before when I make my yogurt parfaits. You could put in a little orange. You could put in a little vanilla extract. You could even put in a little cinnamon. Maybe if you're heading into fall and you put this over top of apples, over top of cinnamon apples with a little cinnamon in here, and the granola. Oh, that sounds amazing. Doesn't that sound good? All right, how's your pineapple doing? Let's see, let me help you out here. Let me get some of these ones that you were afraid of.
It's just like, they'll like slip off.
They are slippery, little jokers. The good thing is too with pineapple, we're just getting a little caramelization, warming them up just a little bit. Uh-oh, look at that run away. Run away. That's good. Look at that one, whoa. All right. Good, I think we're good. You wanna throw this on a bowl? You think we're ready? Mm-hmm. Look at you, you even left a mess. Goodness gracious. I tell ya. All right, you need more salad. Yes. Okay, let me give you a little bit more salad. Since it's lunchtime. Okay, your salad's ready to go. Let's get out some plates do we want plates or little bowls? Oh, let's just little glass bowls. How does that sound?
That sounds good.
It'll be pretty. Then our friends at home can see how pretty our dessert will be. Okay, so we have little glass bowls. Our granola is cooling. Now look at it. Look how it's starting to break apart now. Mm-hmm. because as that melted sugar, butter, and honey mixture starts to harden with your protein oats. All right, let's put some pineapple. Ooh, look at the steam. Not fun. Run away, run away, run away. Jordan, what's your favorite fruit?
I don't know.
All of them?
Yeah,
Well, some fruits
except
you
for
can't
melons.
I'll say from fruit
Melons,
you can't eat.
bananas.
Melons and bananas Jordan is
Yeah.
allergic to. Okay, so now we're gonna take our Greek yogurt mixture and just do a little dollop, kind of like ice cream. Do a dollop of yogurt. You're like, why are you laughing at me? She spent the whole episode laughing at me. Like, this is a problem. Okay, and we're gonna take our granola. Whoop, lost some. Oh, yes, this looks good. And again, remember, you can get creative with your granola. Add dried fruit, add nuts. You could even add some seeds, like if you like to add like sesame seeds and things like that. Oh, but you can't have that. She's also allergic to sesame seeds. Like, what else? Can you grab us 2 little dainty spoons, please? They are in the bottom part of that fancy dancy drawer that has all these compartments. Yes, perfect. Do you want spoons or forks?
Forks.
Probably baby forks
Yeah.
for the pineapple. Using my noggin. I'm using my noggin. All right. Oh, my dear, you need one.
Oh,
Yes.
thank you.
You're welcome. Hey, so cheers. The pineapple just bursted in my mouth. So good. Mm-hmm. The Greek yogurt adds a little creaminess. Kind of give you that a la mode flavor. The granola is crunchy. And with the grilled pineapple, it brings out the natural sugars in the pineapple. So high in vitamin C. Thank you. Great. Healthy. Protein from the Greek yogurt. Healthy. Great. The granola, good fiber source, as well as those little bursts of protein mixed in with the granola. Sounds like win-win. Mm-hmm. Perfect kind of little lunch, taking us back to vacation. All right, here's your salad, my dear.
Thank you.
This is good. I don't know what to eat. I don't know what to keep eating. So good. We're lucky your sisters aren't here. It's Mommy and Jordan time. Mm-hmm. It's really great. So you can find recipes like this on my website, selfsoulspace.com. Homemade granolas there. I'll add the pickled onion recipe so that way you have that. The grilled pineapples. Super easy, fast lunch, summer backyard barbecue. This is kind of like the perfect little meal. I think we need to say goodbye, buddy. Keep eating. Well, thanks for watching. This is Jordan, and she's the oldest of the Thayer girls. We will see you next week on Health and Self, right here on DETV. Cheers.